Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Florence and this is Zillennial Life Crisis. In today's video, I will be answering all your questions. I had asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram, which by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me at Zillennial Life Crisis. So yeah, today I'll be answering your questions. I have them here on a notebook. And without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. Bam, bam, bam. First question, what's your biggest fear? My biggest fear is for sure death. I do not like how I know nothing about it. I mean, like, what happens when you die? You know, such things. So I don't like not knowing things. So the fact that death and everything around it is very obscure and unknown and uncertain and makes me very anxious and makes me very scared of it. So my biggest fear is death. Have you ever had a nickname? Yes, quite a number actually. First one is Shiro, which is short form for Wanjiro, but not too many people call me that. Then there's Flo, which is short form of Florence. Most people call me that. I mean, I guess it depends on where you know me from. And then there's one other one. In high school, I was in drama club, and I remember there's once our drama director was counting the people on stages, like doing a head count, and he counts people, you know, he goes like 18, 19, 20. When it gets to me, it's like 20.5. And yeah, I was called 0.5 for the rest of my high school life. So that's probably the most interesting nickname I have. Favorite way to spend the day off? I would say chilling, watching something interesting, stuffing my face with food, taking an afternoon nap, maybe going on a walk with someone special. But yeah, very chill, and definitely indoors. I'm an indoors person. Yeah, you have to drag me out of the house, by the way. Favorite drink? Water. I know it sounds pretentious, but I drink a lot of water. It's the first thing I drink when I wake up. It's the last thing I take when I'm going to bed. I almost always have water next to me. Even right now, I have water. I just think it tastes nice. And I've realized most people who like water also know like the different tastes of water. Not all water tastes the same. Anyway, favorite drink is water. Next question, what's your dream car? There was a point I was completely obsessed with Mini Coopers. Thoroughly obsessed. In fact, right before moving here, the obsession had grown so much. My wallpaper on my phone was a Mini Cooper. The screensaver was a Mini Cooper. On WhatsApp, the wallpaper behind the WhatsApp messages was still a Mini Cooper. I had a Mini Cooper on my dream board. Did I get a Mini Cooper? No, I did not. I came here and looked at the prices and I was like, Florence, do you really want to spend all that money on a car? Maybe not. Maybe in a few years. So I bought a Mazda, which was also still on my dream board, surprisingly. And that's what I got. But currently, my dream car has sort of shifted and now it's a Tesla. Yeah, I have bought into the hype, to be honest. I have bought into the hype. It's a beautifully designed car. I love the fact that it can drive itself. That's very interesting. My fourth year project was about autonomous cars. So clearly I am obsessed with self-driving cars, like thoroughly obsessed. So it makes sense. Tesla, and they're electric. It's good for the environment. So it's like a win-win-win-win. And they're affordable. Affordable is tricky. It depends on who's looking. But you know, if you compare them to the typical dream cars, guys who want Lamborghinis and God knows what. And then there's a Tesla. Yeah, the Tesla is gonna be a budget car when you compare it to Lamborghinis and and whatever else other people want as dream cars, like G-Wagons. So yeah, a Tesla currently. Next question, what are you looking forward to in the next 10 years? 10 years, I will be in my 30s. Let's see. I would like to be able to share this life, this new life, with people or someone or people who I love and care about. So it could be anything from maybe moving my family here, or moving back home, or starting my own family here, not to be alone. Yeah, I mean, that's the long and short of it. In 10 years, I do not want to be living this life alone. Next question. What song would you sing at karaoke? I am very horrible when it comes to lyrics of songs. I am so bad with lyrics of songs. But recently, I have been obsessing over Emma Cheruto's new album. It's called Shift Happens. All those songs have been on repeat for maybe 2 months now. So I would probably sing the wrong lyrics maybe, but I would be able to sing along to the songs in karaoke. More recently, the song that has been stuck in my head maybe the past week has been Champion by Bethel Music. Yeah, that one has been speaking to my heart this past week. And then any other songs that I actually know. Maybe songs from my theater days. Yeah, that's probably stuff I would sing along to. Just obscure songs that people do not know. Like, Sarafina, when you walk the way you walk, my body temperature begins to rise. Sarafina, you're the one. Or like from Cinderella. Let's see, which songs do I remember from that play? Oh yeah, a lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. Dee 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 dee. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince could ever be. The stars in the hazy heavens tremble above you while he's whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away he flies, but on your lips he leaves a kiss. Okay, let's cut. But you got the point. It would probably be some obscure songs from my theater days or Emma Cheruto's most recent album. Next question. Best places to chill in Seattle. Best places to chill in Seattle. Let's see. First of all, we have already established that I am a homebody and I prefer staying in the house. But I will still answer this question. Seattle and Washington State, or like the Pacific Northwest, is a very beautiful place. And I mean beautiful in its literal form, like it's gorgeous. And also beautiful in the sense that there's something for everyone. So whether you're into water sports, there's a bunch of lakes, so many lakes, like way too many lakes. So yeah, so if you love water sports, you can always, go to Lake Union in Seattle, or Lake Washington, which is right between Seattle and the east side, which is Bellevue, Redmond, Kirkland. So yeah, you can do your water sports, swimming, skiing, boating. Not skiing, what? Skiing? Why would I say skiing on the lake? But you can still ski in the mountains, because we also have mountains. You can drive maybe an hour, 2 hours, and you would be on snow-capped mountains, and you can ski. You can also hike. There's many hiking trails around. Just, an hour, 2 hours away, and you're at a hiking trail. If you're into chilling at a park and, picnics, you can do that. There's so many parks. There's Pike Place Market, which is very popular and has like interesting, cute restaurants with food, like next to it, not in the farmers market, but like next to it. Also, the waterfront, the Seattle waterfront, has very many cute restaurants by the piers, and there's the Ferris wheel. There's so many coffee shops. Oh my goodness! I mean, Starbucks was born in Seattle, so. The coffee culture is crazy here. If you love coffee, you would enjoy it. And you have everything from the very tiny, cozy, tiny, cozy, cute coffee shops to your just general normal Starbucks. There's something for everyone, depending on what you like doing. There's something for everyone. So it depends on what your definition of chill is. Plus, you could also just stay home and watch Netflix. You know, Netflix and chill. That's like your vibe. Me, stay home. This one. So there's plenty of things to do in Seattle, which I think is what makes it a very beautiful place, except the weather. All right, next question. Do a comparison of cultures between Kenya and your travels. First of all, I haven't traveled that much in my life, which I want to change. But let's see, which places have I been to? In terms of countries, just 3. When I was younger, I went to Tanzania. I don't remember much about it, but I remember the pace is a lot slower in Tanzania. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a stereotype or what, but I do remember like the pace was a lot slower. Last year, but one, I went to Joburg, and let's see, I was only there for like what, a day, 2 days. So I don't think I experienced the culture, but Joburg is really pretty. That's all I'm gonna say. Then in terms of the US, I've only been to the Washington State area. And actually I have a video about culture shocks and differences between Kenya and the US, more specifically Seattle. I will link that in the description box, maybe even put a card up top. If I remember, Florence, you need to remember to put a card. Yes, I shall put a card link in the description box. But the things I think I didn't mention in that video are the whole timed bus system. Like the bus comes at specific times and it's always on time. As opposed to in Kenya where I feel like public transport is more on demand. You don't need to know what time the bus comes. You just go to the bus stop and there'll probably be a bus going where you're going. It's on demand. Like you don't need to plan your way around some schedule. There's benefits to both, because in one, like you don't need to prepare. You just, when you're ready, you go and take the bus. But here you need to plan your commute in advance, especially if you're going to be connecting different buses. You don't want to take a bus that like leaves you with a layover. Lol. But yeah, you don't want to have a connecting time of like 40 minutes waiting for the next bus. If you had taken like a bus 10 minutes earlier, you would have caught the other one before it left. And you'd only have like a 5-minute wait time in between. So yeah, such things are weird. Then there's also how jaywalking is illegal here. So jaywalking is crossing the road anywhere. You have to cross the road at the junctions. No. Pedestrian crossing, zebra crossing. Is there any other name it has? So yes, like you have to go to the junction and press that pedestrian walk thing button and wait for your light to turn, and then you cross. Well, in Kenya, you just cross the road. You wait for the road to be clear and you cross, which is ridiculous sometimes, because sometimes the road is actually clear, but you have to wait for the light to turn for you to cross. Or for instance, let's say you want to go to a building that's like directly across the road from you, but the junction is like 5 meters away, so you have to walk down. Okay, 5 meters is short, but you get the point, like 100 meters away. So you have to walk down to the junction, cross, then walk back to come to the building that's like directly across the road. Of course, there's people who just run across. It isn't advised. I think it's actually illegal. Is it illegal? I'll find out. But anyway, yeah, that's another thing. Tell us the story of how you landed at Microsoft. This one, you guys said you want a whole video dedicated to it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a whole video dedicated to it. But the long boring story is, I was in campus, my final year. I saw the application link thing. I applied, and ended up doing the interviews, and apparently I passed, and here I am. That's the short version. The long version is coming. That one is gonna be deep and dear to me, because the things that happened in that 1 year period before I began my job, life changing stuff. All right. Next question is things you tell your younger self. I think I would tell my younger self that your social class doesn't dictate your worth or your future. Like in 10 years, it all won't matter. And I say this because I was never like necessarily a rich kid. I don't like putting people in such boxes, but the reality of the of the world is that the social classes and there's like a pecking order. Growing up, I wasn't. It was like a disconnect. I don't know how to explain. Let's see. There's like a disconnect because in school I felt like I was towards the bottom of the pecking order in terms of social class, and then back home I was towards the top of the pecking order. Yeah, so it was like a weird confusion in my head where you relate to both sides ish and you also feel out of place on both sides. I don't know how to explain. But the point is, growing up, I used to wish that I was born in like a different area. Like I wish my parents had built a house in Kilimani or Karen or God knows where. And such things. Or at the end of the day, when you observe people being picked up from school and you'd say like I wish my life was like them. Point is, none of it matters in like 10 years. Yeah, none of it matters in 10 years. I remember even being embarrassed to say that my mom works at Gikomba selling second-hand clothes because everyone's parents were doing the bougie things. You know, they were doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants, and but now looking back, I'm like, what, Florence? What? I mean, it's a job like any other. It was paying bills. Like, what do you mean? She was a boss babe. She was making her coin. She was putting food on the table. What are we talking about? Supplementing the household income. You know, dual income household. What's up? So yeah, I wish I thought like that back then. But I guess that's the point of growing up. You grow up and you realize some of the things you cared about were just dumb. Okay, next question. What are your hobbies? My hobbies. I would say currently YouTube is my main hobby. I have more or less lost all my other hobbies. I don't do anything else actually. But I want to get into painting. I'm not like artistic in any way, but I want to get into painting. Any plans for your acting talent? You're a great actress. Oh wow, thank you. For the guys who didn't know, I used to be in a theater group. Actually, I've been in theater since I was maybe 10 years old. From drama festivals in primary school and high school, then the theater scene a bit more professionally. I don't know why I'm putting quotes. It's professionally because we were getting paid for it. I did theater professionally after high school, right until maybe 2017. Yeah, I think 2017. Anyway, my plans for it, I considered looking for a theater group here, but I guess fear stopped me. I was like, oh no, what if I'm not good enough? And they wonder what's wrong with this black kid who can't even act. Like, what? You think you can act? What? What? So yeah, let's just say fear got in the way. And then 2020 happened, and now there's like a virus around us. So maybe once we get the pandemic in check, I will revisit. Next question. Who or what inspires your interior deco? I would say, how would I even describe my interior deco taste? I think it's cozy, it's modern-ish, not ish. I like the modern designs, and slightly minimal. And what inspires that is just, I don't know, Pinterest and what I find aesthetically pleasing. So before I bought furniture, I spent a lot of time on Pinterest. It was easier because I was beginning from an empty space. Like I owned no furniture. I moved there with just my clothes. So that helped me create something from a blank canvas. So I just went on Pinterest. I pinned all the things that I found attractive, and then from that I like narrowed down what about each photo like made me like it. If it's the gray couch, or it's, I don't know, some brown tones, or plants, such things. Like I narrowed down all those things, and then that's now when I went and tried to pick furniture that matches that type of aesthetic. I also eyeballed a bunch of things. But yeah, hopefully as we go along, I can make my place look a lot nicer. We'll see. Next question. What's your biggest fear in interviews? My biggest fear in interviews, and maybe in life in general, is looking stupid. That's it. I never want to look stupid, so I prepare and prepare and prepare. It's actually a very unhealthy fear, because I mean, eventually at one point you will feel stupid. But the thing is, when I do feel stupid about something, even outside of interviews, it haunts me. It haunts me for years and years and years. I still fall asleep and have a flashback of something really stupid I did like 10 years ago. Oh my goodness. And I have to cringe in my sleep. So anyway, my biggest fear in interviews is looking stupid, and that's why I prepare. Maybe even over prepare. Next question. Oh, this is the last question. How do you deal with your quarter life crisis when you feel like no one gets you? First of all, yes, I do think I am going through a quarter life crisis. Hence the name Zillennial Life Crisis. How do I deal with it? Let's see. When I feel like no one gets me, I feel as though I don't have that many close friends. You know how in the tier of friendships there's like, best friend, and then close friends, and then like casual friends and acquaintances. I feel like most of mine stop at casual friends. Once in a while I will have stints in time when I have close friends, or maybe even a best friend, but something happens and then we drift. In this case, I moved. I don't feel as though people don't get me, because there aren't that many people who know about my life and the things I go through. So I guess that helps in that sense. I also keep to myself a lot. Even when I do have best friends or close friends or family, I keep to myself a lot, and they won't know the long and short of what's going on in my life, which is also not very healthy. I also ignore my problems. I ignore my pain until it goes away. You push it in until it blows up in your face and you're crying out of nowhere for no reason. So how do I deal? I do not deal. I am a train wreck. But I think this channel is helping me digest my thoughts. Digest? What's the word? Reflect on the things I feel and process them. Yeah, this channel is helping me process them. It's helping me come out from my shell. I'm now sharing bits about my life with the internet and strangers on the internet. Oh no, friends. You're my friends on the internet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with my quarter life crisis. This is a very wide topic. Maybe I'll make a video about my quarter life crisis, because it's it's interesting. Anyway, guys, we have come to the end of the video. Thanks for sending in all your questions. I think I answered all of them. If you have any other questions that come up, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you, or ask them on my Instagram, which, by the way, again, I said is Zillennial Life Crisis. Follow me there. Let's vibe. Actually, on Instagram, you'll see my quarter life crisis a bit more, because I share daily, almost daily. Yeah. So follow me on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe down below. What else? Smash the like button, share with a friend, watch my other videos. Yeah, and until next time, bye.